What's up, Jet Nation? This is your old pal GreenBean, and I am floating around Trillium Lake, sitting here with a Philadelphia Eagles fan who's been trying to tell me why Jalen Reagor was a better pick than Denzel Mims. And unfortunately, I have no ground to stand on because he hasn't been on the field. We're going to talk about our wide receiver situation when we come back. Alright, Jet Nation, well, there was no way for me to continue shooting that whole video on the lake. The wind is bad. The guy I was with, I got a little tired of him and his Eagles talk anyway. But like I said, I do want to talk about our wide receivers going into game one. It is a pretty interesting, for lack of a better word, scenario. And look, Jalen Reagor not really playing for the Eagles doesn't help me any. I got guys on Jet Nation talking to me about, hey, every team has their injuries. Look at the 49ers and all that kind of stuff. And look, I do appreciate it. Greenblood Blitz and Sam Tarabi 47 and all these other guys on Jet Nation forums trying to either quell my angst or to poke at my ribs, one or the other. I don't really know or care, but I will say it's little help because I only care about the Jets. The truth is I hate every other NFL team. I'm not one of those guys saying I love watching Patrick Mahomes or any of that. I do love good football, but I'm not rooting for anybody. Except the losing team most of the time is the way it goes for me because I'm a perpetual underdog. That's just, I have that illness. So anyway, our wide receivers. We heard at the beginning of this week that it was looking like we were going to be at full strength and we were all getting psyched up. I even made a prediction that Denzel Mims, if he did in fact play, his first NFL pass would be a 40-plus yard reception for a touchdown behind Buffalo's defense using his speed. I thought they were just going to go right after it and win because he's that good. But that's looking like it's not going to happen because the big news this week is that there was a change to Denzel Mims' injury report. He was on there as hamstring, and this week we saw hamstrings. Two of them, we all have them, and seems that Denzel Mims can't seem to get one of his healthy because he now has a hamstrings injury, and it's being talked about that he might go on IR, which is gut-wrenching for me. And I don't really care that people are trying to calm me down. I'm a homeristic fan. I'm pretty positive. But I don't really care. I'm pissed about Denzel Mims, man. This was my guy. He was one of the highest rated receivers to me in the draft. I was incredibly psyched that we got him. I loved how Joe Douglas manipulated the draft and was able to gain more value trading back and still get him. But the Jets have a terrible history of second-round wide receiver busts, and I'm going to throw out some names that you might have forgotten. Names like Ryan Yarborough, second-round pick. Lots of, oh man, we thought he was going to be good. And I was going to say Alex Van Dyke, but I think Alex Van Dyke might have been a third-round pick. I just wrote that in Jet Nation, too. I got to go edit my post before people jump on me. But anyway, we had Ryan Yarborough, we had Stephen Hill, we had Devin Smith, and now we have, obviously, Denzel Mims. And it doesn't matter what it is. Either they can't catch, they just turn out that they can't run routes. Devin Smith is puncturing his lungs and all kinds of, it doesn't matter how it happens. The ultimate result is the same. Our second round wide receiver picks just don't play for us. And it's bothersome because I thought Denzel Mims, and he still might be, but I thought he was going to light it up this year, man. And he was going to help Sam Darnold a great deal. He was going to be our Michael Thomas. So that sucks. It looks like Denzel Mims is not playing. And that goes right on top of Vincent Smith not playing, Jeff Smith not playing, our undrafted free agent guys, Lawrence Cager is injured, but on the practice squad, George Campbell, if I remember. I don't even know if he made it back to the practice squad. I got to double check on that. But guys like Josh Malone And who else? Oh, DJ Montgomery. They went to the practice squad, and we signed 6'5" Jaleel Scott. And I don't really know too much about Scott, if I'm being honest. I do like Malone a little bit, but guys, these are practice squad guys. If we see those guys out on the field as the receivers that Sam Darnold is thrown to, it's a travesty, man. And so our number one, Breshard Perriman, while I do think he's a quality receiver, guess what his problem is? Injuries. And he comes to the team that can't seem to put anybody on the field, especially in the wide receiver core. So we're really looking at Jamison Crowder, who was on the injury list himself. He left practice the other day. I don't know what's going on with him, but that's not good. If we don't have Crowder and Mims out there, and then Perriman goes down, holy cow, I don't know what we're going to do. So our starting receivers currently look like Perriman, Crowder, Hogan, who's been a godsend. Can you imagine? This guy was injured all last year for the most part and didn't play for the Carolina Panthers. We scoop him up and we bring him onto our squad, and he's the one guy that seems to be staying healthy. That's what we got, man. That's our starting wide receiver. So what I'm hoping that Adam Gase does is he doesn't try to jam another square peg through another round hole, and he actually starts to use our bigger packages. Man, go with some 23 personnel. Who cares, man? Go 22, 23, 32, whatever you got to do. Get your tight ends and your running backs on the field. But even in that realm, we have Perriman, who's hurt. So that's another one. We got Frank Gore and we have Le'Veon Bell, of course. If you can get Bell on the field with Herndon, Griffin, and Wesco, maybe we just go 4 yards a pop and we punch him in the face all day. And it's a low-scoring, grind-it-out type of game, and we can win that way. I don't know, guys. But I'm still excited for the game, don't get me wrong. But this news today kicked my butt. And the editor is going to yell at me. I'm not supposed to say today because that dates my vid. I'm sorry. But that's the kind of day it is, and I'm really sorry about that. But big news this week. I just talked to Jet Nation earlier today, the powers that be, and it looks like we are moving closer to having a live watch video that I will be running on Sunday. So we'll be able to have you guys watch the game with me, see my reactions. We can talk and communicate the whole time as if we're watching it together. Hopefully we're not on any delays or anything, and I got to tell you to stop telling me about the interceptions Sam just threw and all that kind of jazz. But here's the thing, all jokes aside, I'm still positive, and I think we're going to beat the Buffalo Bills. This was it stole my win today, guys. Denzel Mims, I'm heartbroken. Let's hope it's not a big issue and he just wakes up tomorrow and he's well. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be something? I don't know if that's happening. That's not very Jet-like. But we got to get some weapons around Sam Darnold. Bring out the big boys. Bring out the big package. And let's do it that way if we have to. But that all said, I'll keep you posted on the Jets game Week 1 watch party. And we'll go from there. Get on jetnation.com. We're yelling at each other. We're talking about this, that, the other thing, crowd noise, you name it, Chiefs, whatever. We're talking about it. On jetnation.com, Jet Forums. Like and subscribe if you get the opportunity to move your finger and click it. That's all you got to do to subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. Go Jets.